aware. I was just running with it.
Why didn't you? You didn't run with it. You explained it.
Yeah, exactly what you did.
Anywho.
Anywho, ahoy there. I said ahoy there, silver pirates.
I actually did think at one time of like just saying ahoy there, crew, but I kind of didn't. It didn't roll off the tongue that well.
Not your moniker. Ahoy there, mate.
That's why I typically go for ahoy there, mate, since it's fairly easy to remember and whatnot.
It's easy. I like it. You do it good.
Sometimes the simplest thing is the first thing you should go for.
Alright, we have out of the 6. Okay,
Okay.
I have a question for everyone.
Sure.
Yes.
Below the name tokens on the screen, do you guys as T10 repeating attack?
What?
Where?
Like it's at the very least it's at the bottom of the screen for me, but it's like below everyone's nameplate for some reason.
I don't see anything.
I don't see anything either. I don't have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I've never seen
anyone
it.
would.
You know,
I figured it was a DM.
You know, we're a fairly average-looking party.
Yeah, there's no wicked crazy people this time around. Well, okay. Scratch that there.
I was about to say, there's your brother who is playing a literal werewolf.
Well, that doesn't count. He looks normal generally.
Yeah,
I was referring to the literal cyborg.
that, and we also have a literal clockwork person.
I look.
No, you're perfectly average.
I mean, other than the clockwork person and the person that can literally turn into a werewolf, we're a fairly normal party.
I can say not exactly, because some of the lost technology I pull out is a little lost.
Fair enough.
I mean, it's lost to some extent. I mean, it's basically the equivalent of, into New England in the industrial, pulling out a fucking Glock.
Yeah. I'm not expecting massive changes. Just something a little newer.
Newer is a relative perspective. We have a little bit of the ancient alien thing going on.
They're the gods. I knew it.
I wouldn't go that far, but sure.
Could have only been the gods. It just makes sense.
Yeah, as it turns out, all the gods are just some gift being assholes.
You know, that would not surprise me in this world.
It's the only thing that made sense.
There's so many other things that could possibly make sense.
Also, Kevin,
Yeah.
you gotta remember, we only really met one god that was really much of an asshole. So I
Well,
don't
Jack
think.
wasn't the person in the Tavern of Lost a god? Like the
Well,
bartender?
yeah, but I wouldn't call her a
Mother.
jackass. If anything, she was trying to help us out.
You're also
I mean,
told
from
she was a
a-
manipulative bitch, so...
The
From a
mother.
meta perspective, yeah, you guys met, I think, 4 or 5. You guys met the god of
You also
time.
met the creator of the monsters, which was a god.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mother of monsters. You met Arcuus briefly,
Yeah.
and then Jack went into the Tavern of the Lost.
Yeah, so technically we've only, like, all together, we only met, like, 4
So
gods.
5 gods.
Yeah, but I meant more than, like, having, like, a minute conversation.
That's about half of them, actually. There's 11 of them. Well, 12. 12 of them.
Anyways, and even then, these characters have never met the gods.
Relatively speaking.
Yet.
You guys got a full-blown play. Know what he has or hasn't done.
Fair enough. For
Yeah,
all we
dude,
know,
that's a
we're...
clock.
Right? The dude
Ow.
that's a clock have met the gods.
I don't know. I think a god might be punishing him or something.
That's fucked up.
Oh yeah, I forgot that Misky
Weird
is...
What did I ever do?
I don't know
That's
what
a god.
What did you not do?
That's
Actually, pretty fair. He didn't do shit. You guys did more. More than
We
he ever
did more to destroy the world than anyone would like to care. I mean,
I mean,
we
obviously didn't destroy the world. It's still here.
technically we only toppled 3 governments.
Yeah.
Well, no. 2 governments. Government toppled its. Yeah, it got toppled by a different government.
Yeah, that's why I said 3.
No, that wasn't you guys that killed it though. That was the Blue Dragon Overlord and Midas.
Well,
I
yeah.
might be counting other areas.
I was talking about Rubra.
We didn't do
You
shit
didn't do that
to
either.
Rubra.
Oh, fair.
The government got toppled.
Only place we left
Yeah.
alone.
Oh
It's
yeah.
the only place you guys weren't responsible for.
Anyways, I know we at
I
least
mean, I
toppled...
suppose we replaced their government with my dragon, but
Well, we did technically change the government, so... Technically, we messed with 3 governments. So... My statement,
And I suppose you
yet
could
inaccurate,
argue.
still semi-accurate.
You could argue that you toppled the government because there wasn't a government established there, so
Well,
there wasn't
actually,
officially a
technically,
ruling
if we
class.
want to really look at this, we only toppled 1.
what?
Actually, he's not wrong. The only one you guys were directly responsible for was Floregno, because you guys actively blew up their power station.
Oops.
I mean,
I know.
Marcelo wasn't
For a fact,
really
I
our
can see
fault.
this
The council
like-
just basically bailed after they couldn't kill a dragon.
That you guys only barely managed to kill because you collected explosives.
Yeah, we
I
did.
mean, there wasn't much of a better way to deal with that.
I mean, it was effectively our only option.
Do remember, I almost died from getting hit by 1 attack from it.
That's true. So yeah,
That's it, Blob.
on a technicality, we've only
Almost
toppled
didn't
1. any other one wasn't really
We
our
had a
fault. We
hand
just
in others.
I think toppling one government is plenty to get on some lists.
You guys were on a few lists.
Oh yeah.
They don't. Said the
I
people that
hate to
have the
ask, but
list
how many lists
aren't
were we on?
around.
I mean, if you're perpetually, you guys were always hated in Meltram.
I mean, yeah, we did fuck up Maltramo and Cholio.
No, we didn't. We just didn't help them properly.
Basically. The
Did
first
we?
time, you guys were only hated because you were hollows. The second time, you were responsible. Well, you weren't responsible.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, you
I
were.
was Choyo or Galadin killing the mayor.
Uh,
Neither of those was my fault.
Rango was Cholio.
Yes, Rango was Choyo.
And I believe it was Galadin with Meltramo.
I still remember how that went down, where you guys literally caused absolute destruction, and fucking Quincy was just outside of town, like, what the fuck are you guys running from?
I still remember that too. Heck, if I kept Rango for that campaign instead of like switching between Rogue and Paladin, there might have been quite a few more opportunities for Rango's, to come out of his shell.
Well, after I got my Wi-Fi fixed, and now my computer wants to shut off.
I hear that. My Wi-Fi and my computer's been acting all wonky lately.
Yeah, the internet is everything's falling apart.
Ugh, don't.
The world is dying, so let's roll some dice and not think about it.
Oh yes, let's not think about destroying our world that we're currently destroying at a very alarming rate, and destroy a fictional world.
Like,
What are you talking about?
let's not think of a realistic society that is slowly falling apart due to the realization that the people cannot fundamentally function in this society, and all the while a horrific disease is slowly taking over our world, and people just don't want to respect that. And let's go to a world where there's a capitalistic society that's slowly destroying the lower class, where in which also a curse is spreading across the land, causing people to.
Hold on, did you?
But
Exactly.
Hold on. Did you take inspiration from our work? Oh!
Hey, you know,
Hey, kudos.
art imitates reality.
Kudos. Kudos. Hey, who knows?
To be
Maybe
honest,
once
it was
we
a complete
cure.
accident, but I just
Hey, who knows? Maybe once we cure this whole hollow nonsense, maybe COVID would be over. Wouldn't that be? Wouldn't that be amazing?
turns out in a weird twist of fate, the MacGuffin that I came up with that is the cure for hollowing is also the same thing in our real world. It's like, oh, we just needed this the whole time.
Yeah, that would be amazing. I wish that were happening, but that's not our reality that we're in.
We're not just gonna stumble across some alien artifact that cures all bacteria.
That, and we need some of the bacteria to live.
Exactly. Let's be honest, aliens would make a device that just kills all bacteria within a certain vicinity, and because it's not bacteria that's recognized by the device, you just die.
Yeah.
Fucking silicone-based life, you bastards.
Oh god, could you imagine if such a device would existed? It would be worse than the nuclear bomb.
Well, no. It would actually be better because all it would do was kill all the bacteria within a small vicinity, whereas a nuclear bomb destroys everything in a vicinity and for an extended period of time.
Yeah, it depends on the size, make, and model of the set device.
Make and model of the nuclear bomb.
Not the nuclear bomb. The bacteria destroyer thingy. Why are we even talking about this?
We're still waiting for.
We're still waiting on your brother, who's almost 15 minutes late already.
Yeah, he sent a text and he'd be another 15 minutes late.
Ah,
All right. Well, since it's another 15 minutes, do we want to get into
I
hop into
mean,
this then?
if we're talking from the time he said that, yeah, it's probably gonna be a little bit. I mean,
So shall we just go ahead and get our evening started?
worst case scenario, we catch him up.
Well, it's nice I have one person to make the matter. Eternity, if you're trying to talk, we can't hear you.
I'm not.
Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and yeah. Time to roll some dice, motherfucker. We'll see how this works. Hey, Kevin,
Mm-hmm, yes.
you want to give this week's recap?
No. Put me.
I mean, you're allowed to say no.
I did say no. I was like, the fuck.
Okay, we'll go with.
We're here, right?
Yes, you're in Traria.
Okay. So we fought some guys in the Black Guard in Petramo. Then we hightailed it to Tririo.
Terraria.
Terraria. We bought some supplies. We've paid someone for.
Don't forget about the most luckiest skull ever.
Let me finish. We paid for passage to Meltermo because on the way to Trevo, God, I immediately forgot what it's called. We got attacked by a flaming skull, got our asses kicked. I was like, let's just avoid that. And before we ended the session, I talked to a bartender. I think that's it, right?
I mean, that's pretty much.
Those are the wide strokes, yeah.
Yeah, that's the broad stroke, yes.
Good.
But pretty much, yes, you guys managed to beat up the Blackguard. Make your way up towards
Bear in front of people, in front of everyone. I also gotta remember, bear is good if you're by yourself, like kind of isolated. But in a group, the dire wolf is better because it has his attack can make enemies prone, and if I'm near someone, I get advantage.
Oh, and just for future reference, Jack, I'm slowly filling it out. You can see where all the character sheets is. There's a tab that says enemies, and you should have access to the beast chart there.
Well, that's useful.
I don't have everything on there, but those are some of the beasts you have transformed in or encountered so far.
Mm-hmm. I still have it open. Hell yeah.
But you guys did not get you. Plan to pay for some safer passage over to Petrimo.
Meltrimo.
London.
I managed to get that right all day long, and I finally screw it up when I'm. Anyway,
It's fine, Rue. It's
Where
not
did
like
you
you
fail?
you have thousands of people judging you.
I don't. I have 6 plus 5. I have 8 watching me.
You have 11.
Oh. And
Yes.
right on time. It looks like my brother is getting online. But all paid for a nice, expensive pair of hotel rooms, and you all awaken in the morning. A bright, sunny day, and as you know, it will be later this afternoon is when the caravan cart is supposed to ship out.
Yep.
So if there's any last-minute things you guys wanted to do before you left town, it will have to be now.
I'm gonna try to do a small performance before I leave to see if I can
Yeah, I
get
was just
some
thinking
coin. Nothing too fancy. I'm just doing a small performance.
Alright. So, where would you like to do said performance?
I'll just probably doing it out on the street, just kind of like.
Just gonna like shadow him, just like, it's like this guy is probably gonna get his ass kicked.
To be fair, the last time you saw him play his instrument in public, he nearly got strangled to death by an orc. So,
What?
Well, according to the track record so far, yeah, you probably should shadow me.
If I'm just like, I'm just gonna be nearby,
Also,
keeping a watch
be-
out.
I'm gonna be talking to my mouse pet, Mr. Whiskers.
awesome.
I'm not really clever with pet names, and I know some people just name their pets like Mr. and stuff like that. And my character is not exactly the most creative type when it comes to names.
Dude,
Here's
it's your mouth. You
Prometheus.
can name it whatever you want.
Yep. So he just calls his mouse Mr. Whiskers, and he's just like giving him like pet strokes, making sure he's fed, watered. All right. But
A
yeah,
little confident. You're a little emotional support mouse. Gives you confidence.
does that allow me advantage? Question mark.
No. But it means I can't give you disadvantage for not being confident in yourself.
I just
Go ahead and roll
do
your performance check.
rolling. That's a 26. As I
That's a persuasion check.
oh, did I roll the wrong one?
That you rolled. Yes, you rolled the wrong one.
Ah, damn it. It's the same modifier though.
Go ahead, roll performance.
Yeah, I'm on it. 13.
Well, you don't get booed. You don't play horribly by any means, but you don't really draw in a crowd or anything. No one really pays you any mind. They're just kind of,
Yeah.
sounds like someone's their day.
Well, if I, at the very least, if I made someone smile, that's more than enough for my character.
And just so you know, Blood Archer, you literally miss nothing. Everyone's just waking up in the morning and do any last-minute chores before they hit the caravan and start heading out of town.
Mm. Does this place sell armor?
There's no blacksmith in town. So
Okay,
no.
then I'll just have to wait till next town.
But I believe with that, you guys go ahead and gather up and make your way down to the caravan camps, where you'd find that one caravan.
But yeah, I'm just like
He
fidgeting.
made a deal for getting his horse ready, and
Yeah, I'm just like slightly fidgeting because there's quite a lot of people.
yes, there's dozens.
He could keep it under control for the most part, but it does happen occasionally.
But the caravaner kind of notices you guys approach as he kind of raises his arm up. Hey, you guys make it. Worried I wasn't gonna get any gold today.
I mean, once you complete the run, anyways, you're gonna get gold today or tomorrow. I just speaking honestly.
Right. But if you guys want to ride along with my caravan and my guards here, as he points over his shoulder to the 3 drow that are things ready to move, and payment up front, as he holds out his hand towards you guys.
How much is it again?
He said a gold piece per person.
Okay, so for our entire group, that's 6 gold pieces.
Here's 6.
Alright, who wants to put down the payment?
Is that money?
I have a decent amount of coin on me, so, but I want to try to save it for.
I mean, we could each pay.
Yeah, I guess 1 gold per person.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Gonna pay for Kevin, so I'm just gonna give him 2 gold.
I'll give him 1 gold.
For a lot of
I'll
stuff. like
pay for
rations.
other Alex. So I'll pay 2 gold.
I mean, Alex pays for you because he has your gold.
Same difference.
It's a shame a thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
After I see Alex pay the 2 gold, I'm gonna do a cough, nudge, nudge.
Money. Another
Um,
gold to that. Boom. Done.
The caravan kind of look over the group, just like stuff the gold into a little pouch on his belt. All right, boys. I don't believe. One of you does. Understand that Caravaner speaks Undercommon for a couple words.
oh,
As
I
he,
understand Undercommon.
Move it out. That's what I
He's a
said.
drow, so.
That's why I specifically said Alex.
Oh,
I know you speak Undercommon.
okay.
Guys, just let him continue. He'll get it done.
But with that, Edra will go ahead and hop into the back of the caravan and kind of sling blankets over themselves as they they go and lay down as one of the drow goes out in front of the caravan and sort of takes the lead in keeping guard as it starts to ship off.
Mm-hmm. Uh. Are we supposed to describe where we're sitting on the wagon, or?
The drow that are laying in the back of the wagon, seemingly purposely pick up all space back there. You guys will just have to follow on foot for now.
Wow.
I mean, I could technically ride on top of the wagon.
I wouldn't recommend riding on top of it.
Yeah, fair.
You're just gonna collapse the canvas. But you guys start making your way out of town and down the road. The drow with a pair of shades on to protect his eyes from the sunlight keeps a close eye on everything, keeps his hand on his sword. Eventually the caravaner kind of looks down to your group. So, what's the deal with this employer of yours anyway?
He's looking for special ingredients.
Roll deception.
God, dude.
Well, my character wouldn't know whether or not that's actually true or
You know
not.
that he's not looking.
But yeah, I'll roll deception.
You're not looking for that though. You also know he's not.
Yeah,
You know you're lying. That's what I was trying.
that's a 10.
Caravaner gives you kind of a weird look.
Alright. Forgive my friend here, but honestly, I don't think it's really your business. We'd rather keep that a bit private. Job's not accepted yet. We'd rather.
And I get it. Just offering some talking is all.
Oh, talking is pleasant. Just other
Yeah,
subjects.
that's fine. It's just, I'm nervous. He has a stutter. And I don't know about those three. Except,
Yeah, I kind of picked up on that.
maybe that one, as I point to Kevin. He
You
might
boys ever
be...
travel into Meltrimo before?
No.
You have not traveled there before.
I have my hometown.
Metromo?
Yeah, I lived there, or used to.
So you know your way around, eh?
Kinda.
Nice.
I mean, I basically lived in.
Yes, those are the words.
I mean, I lived in Monticello my
Weirdest
entire life,
conversation.
so I don't see how that's weird.
I did not say that in character.
I wasn't aware of that, so.
Kind of don't see a lot of drow just kind of random. Hello. Most of them are either working for Delkeen or strays like you, I guess.
Yeah, sadly.
And you guys, what exactly would we be shipping at the moment?
At the moment, I just got a sack of coin that I'm bringing back. That's what I have to goods.
Just a return trip then. Interesting. Alright. Is it normal for weird undead to be prowling around out here? Because that's why we went to look for a caravan such as yours. We ran into one such issue.
Depends on your definition. You got those, hollow things running all around.
How about a fiery skull?
That is true of everywhere, hollows.
Just do be everywhere, you know?
Well, thank your lucky stars for the Black Guard. They've been helping clean the place up. You don't often get random zombie attacks on the road anymore.
Other countries really should set up prevention.
Wouldn't know much about the other countries. I mean, I've done a few jobs for that one town, Choblok, I think it's called. As far as I can tell, there's no hollows out that way, but then again, you can't really tell, can you?
Not with the smarter ones.
The more devious ones.
Well, I can tell you this much at least. You're scared about undead or any necromancy stuff, or especially those hollows, don't even have to stress yourself in Meltramo.
Yeah. I am not visibly sweating, but I am mentally panicking.
Yeah, those. Oh, yeah. Sure, you've seen them around, but it was only a few years ago. The mayor let the Blackguard set up a whole base camp in there.
Yeah. Is Meltramo the headquarters then?
Oh, no. They're Blackguards from all the way up in Menmavo. At least that's where they started.
I was on
You mean
this
old
nation as you about others?
You mean old Mavo?
Old Mavo. Well.
You're just talking about Mavo?
I mean, at least as long as I've been around, it's just been Mavo. But ever since the whole Golden Land expansion thing, he kind of took over Menmavo and anyone that was living.
Yeah, used to be a huge hollowness there.
Yeah, never heard that one before, but I guess it makes sense why the Black Guard started out there. Probably where they learned how to get so good at killing those things.
Yeah.
Is it really that difficult to do to kill them? I know they.
Well,
I mean, I'll be honest.
This is just from what I heard from stories. Would I have known any stories about killing hollows with fire?
I'm explicitly trying to find out what he knows. I don't care what you know.
I mean, you can roll a history check to see if you've heard anything about it.
I think I will.
It's like, let's not inform
19.
People on the if we are hollows.
You have
Let's
definitely
not
heard
take
stories.
the risk, yeah.
You've heard stories of when hollows were first around or first started being found. They would throw the bodies onto pyres and light them all ablaze all at once to try and make sure they never came back.
I probably want to go into details, but my character would know some things about that. Okay. He's going to keep that to himself for now.
But the caravaner would answer, well, I'll be honest. As far as I've ever heard, but I don't know any way to do it. Damn things, you cut their head off, next morning they wake up somehow. Rip them limb from limb, doesn't matter, they'll put themselves back together. They're like super zombies.
Yeah.
Actually seen one before.
Well, personally, not really. I mean, alright, there was one time, but that was a long while ago. Back when the Blackguard first started building up their base, they managed to root out a whole family of hollows that was living in town. Would never have even guessed it. But on the street, warned everybody about the danger of it, and had them arrested then and there and drug them off to the headquarters. Last anyone ever saw them, so.
From what I've heard, they don't really do much research. It's more like, this person could be a hollow, so they are.
I mean, they must have done research.
That's kind of what I've heard about how they go about things.
So, someone has to do the dirty work. We can't have the infections spreading.
I mean,
There's a difference between doing the dirty work
That's
and
why they
just
go and they arrest
hunting
people.
down anyone.
It's not anyone.
I
You know that they've got.
I think
informants, they got spies.
Well, I think they're more wondering on how they pick their people.
Died. Well, you have to ask a Blackguard that question. I don't know. I think it's one of those things where you know, the hollows find out and they start finding a way to.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if there was a secret government of hollows.
I mean, there ain't no secret one, but you always got a Thanos. Pathanos, the home of the hollows, is. That's why I'm glad I never have to go up north.
Yeah. In the back of my mind, I was like, I hope I don't have to go that direction anytime soon. In the back of my head.
That you guys some more time just chatting here and there, saying a couple things to the other party members, the caravaner, so on and so forth. But as night begins to fall, the drow up front kind of does a yawn as he stops the caravan, goes and hops into the back and wakes up his buddies as he crawls in back to go to sleep. Caravaner will kind of look over you guys. My two guards here, they'll keep moving through the night, so you guys go ahead, hop in the back here, get some shut-eye for a little bit. I don't want you passing out halfway there.
Yeah.
System Eltramo.
I've had that happen once. Not a fun experience. Lost a lot of coin.
Certainly.
And it's a bit of a happy.
I'm gonna do something before I fall asleep.
Okay.
When I lay down, I want to make it where if they try to open up anything on my person, I have one of my magic objects start blaring sound.
Okay.
I'm just gonna stay up for a little bit. Like,
I shall.
just in case. Like I'm sleeping.
I shall do. I'll do a small. I should probably save the Song of Rest for later.
I mean, you can do it, but I don't know if any of you are actually injured right now.
None of us
No.
are injured.
There's no
Yeah,
point
well,
in doing it.
We slept in a hotel and then we waited the day, and then we slept a night.
Yeah, so I don't think we're gonna get
Then we
attacked,
left. It's like
but
10 in the morning.
not
The
10.
Song of Rest doesn't do anything if no one's injured.
Yeah.
He's not trying to heal anyone. He's just trying to play a catchy tune on
You
his
can
guitar.
just do that. You don't need an ability to do that.
Yeah,
Play your
I'm just basically fixing up some of the strings on the on
Um,
my violin and stuff.
I'm gonna stay
Quick.
up half the other half. Okay. Just
Oh.
being a bit careful.
For the most part, the evening remains uneventful. You all you have to get kind of crammed in this cart as it's not very big. It wasn't really made for, 6 or 7 people to hop in the back. But you all kind of fit in there. Some of you have to kind of scratch together. Those of you that decide to stay up, you notice the caravaner. He's out cold. You'd think someone fed him a sleeping potion. He's just burning. But you would definitely take note of the one drow guard. He stays asleep for most of the night, but about halfway through he would pop awake and speaking to the one drow guard that's currently driving the carts. But they would be talking in Undercommon.
Okay.
But otherwise, the evening remains uneventful. No one seems to attack the cart, or no animals seem to pop out.
And particularly
And by
no
the time
flaming
morning
skulls with incredible luck attacking us.
Before morning comes,
I knew about that fucker yesterday.
You know we're gonna
No,
lock him in a
imagine-
glass. You know we're gonna lock him
No.
in a case, right?
No, Johnny, remember I said that just imagine him as Dom Pierre from Soul Calibur?
oh yes.
So pretty much I imagined him where he found some dead person's body with clothes similar to mine. He had a flaming mustache and he had a top hat. Yo, I need to stop smoking weed before I go to sleep. Some
Oh my-
bull-
Apparently.
well,
Yeah,
actually,
it's
no,
No, I tell you, you need to stop giving me ideas.
It's just
also reading the
papyrus.
monster manual, that didn't help.
That's all it is. All it was.
But morning comes, and if you aren't already awake, the caravaner will start kind of waking people up, like, all right,
Yeah, I'm a
we're
fairly.
almost there.
I'm not a fairly early riser,
Take a
but
half
I do get up relatively early.
day to get there.
You left in the afternoon, and it takes about a day and a half to get there.
Oh, okay.
So essentially, it's gonna take us
Alright.
2 days to get there.
No, it's
gonna take us a day and a half to get there.
Well, now at least a half a day.
Yes, that's what a day and a half is. It's a day, and then another half.
A day and then half of a day.
Anyways,
Nevertheless, you guys are nearing closer to Meltrimo. So, Caravaner starts kicking you guys awake and popping out the cart and letting his drow guards go get their rest of sleep before they get to the city. All right. So, just for the folks that don't know, we gotta go through the check.
Yeah.
Don't give the damn guards any trouble. If they ask you to do something, just do it. All right. The more
We
cooperative we are, faster we go through it.
have a friend we have to go to get our papers, so we're gonna have to split ways here.
Right. There ain't nobody here for miles. What are you talking about?
Once we reach right outside the city.
I'm waiting outside the. Be weird. But hey, your guys' business is your own. Just don't delay me anywhere, all right?
Oh, no
problem.
planning on it.
Then a few hours go by, and eventually you arrive at the Great Wall of Meltrimo. Easily
God,
a
I
30
can say
foot
Great Wall
tall,
of China.
30-foot high wall, where from the distance you can notice a couple of guards patrolling at the top of the wall, and just ahead you notice the two massive gates that are currently closed. A couple of guards stand, keeping an eye on them, and as the caravan comes over, or as the caravan starts to come over, the one guard comes over to the gate and slams his fist, very slowly opens up, and the caravaner kind of looks over at the party. Well, good luck with whatever you're planning to do. As he makes his way into the gatehouse.
Okay.
Alright. Okay.
I mean, we could try this
Seems
just
it
a
might have been
simple
easy to stick with
approach.
him.
No, we have no papers.
Um,
I don't know exactly what our plan should be, per se, but I don't think sticking with them would have helped. And we may have gotten them into as much trouble as we would have been in. I'd rather not inconvenience people who helped us so much.
yeah.
Well,
Boy. So how do we go to get in?
We tried digging.
You want to dig under a
I
30-foot
can
wall?
turn into an animal. It wouldn't take me too long. You've seen me turn into a bear.
You do realize that there's a stone foundation not that deep from this, right?
What was that?
You do realize that there's like a literal stone foundation, right?
Suppose that would make sense, yeah?
Otherwise, they wouldn't be able to support that huge of a wall.
I really understand that how walls worked. Stone walls worked, if I'm being honest. I'm not an architect.
Well, usually they cut stone upon stone with proper support and, weights, etc.
So, what's exactly outside this wall?
Pretty much nothing. There is the open road that leads to the wall, a couple of guards standing at the two separate gates, and that's about it, other than maybe some trees and the mountains that the wall is connected to.
So I'll do a little Pulp Fiction confused look around, and then Alex and T10.
Yep.
T10.
bad we can't fly.
We're sure there's no one watching the top of the wall.
No, there is. I'm just saying, too bad we can't fly high enough and then go over the wall and then land in a.
Issue, I could solve that. But we need to go somewhere where they're not watching us.
I mean, obviously, but still. I mean, we could try lie our way in, but that's not gonna go well. So, option.
I'm just gonna go start walking to the front of the door.
I sheepishly follow.
Again, if I turn into a cat.
I mean, that assumes they're gonna open the giant gates for a cat.
Yeah, if anything, they'll try to
Oh,
pet
I thought
it.
there was like just a little entry point for like checking papers.
Like I
That's a
said,
big gate
if we
for four.
find a less guarded place, I could get us over the wall.
Wait, how?
Has the caravan gone in?
Yes. Hey,
The caravan already in. Those gates show.
Kevin, have you ever seen a mouse?
I have.
Couldn't you, change into a mouse and go and see the surrounding
Alright,
areas?
he gets in alone.
Implies
That
that I'd be able to
doesn't-
get in as a mouse.
Well,
Where would I do that?
maybe that forest over there?
He also wouldn't know where to find us afterwards.
Fair.
As
How
you
about you,
guys,
Stacy? I don't know.
Oh wait, I have a city map.
As you guys. Not
Uh,
the city. Congratulations.
Yeah, I have a map of Meltrimo. Can we use it as a way to figure out our meetup location?
You absolutely could. The problem is, even if he gets in the city, how are you
Fair.
getting in the city?
Let's
That,
not.
that was the whole problem I was talking about. Well,
Do you know? Do you know where the do you know where people watch the skies from?
Typically the watchtowers. But I'm not very knowledgeable of
So
layout and stuff.
knock out the. So if I can
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Who said anything
knock
about
out a guy
knocking these
from the
guys
back
out? We're not trying to,
the
no,
watchtower.
killing anyone would be a terrible idea. That,
That's an awful idea.
there's
You
people
knock the
in
guard
the
out,
city.
and it's gonna go.
I might have a spell that can just make them go to sleep. Hold
If-
on.
No! You're not listening.
No, that would be alright. As long as they didn't
It wouldn't be
see
hurt.
or
You
If
don't
someone
think
got
that
over.
you don't
their-
think that the
their boss would be
guards
like, you
that
incompetent fool.
you don't think that the guards don't do rotations, and once they find out that, hey, these guys have been affected by magic, that they won't, go red alert on us?
Would they know they're affected by magic?
exactly.
They would. They might. How trained are the guards?
I don't know.
Then calm down.
We're not doing anything yet. We're in the planning phase of the thing
Yeah, right out in the middle of the open.
of that we are doing.
Well, as you guys begin approaching the gate, or at the very least as Uda does, one
I
of
am
the
as well.
two guards standing out front will start coming up to you, spear in hand. Hello, what brings you to the great city of Meltrimo?
Hi, we have a contact here. He has not arrived yet. He's sorry for the inconvenience.
He kind of looks at you strange. Papers, sir. You some sort of contractors or
Yes, we have a job in the city.
what kind of job?
Oh boy. Alright.
It's one of those Boeing jobs. After all, I find out these random gadgets and all this stuff. Then I have to get these in to try to advertise it. And then it just gets much more complicated.
He's a scrapper from Floregna. We're delivering and making use of the goods we found.
I mean, if you guys are just independent merchants, you don't really need papers. You just check you inside the building here, and then you should be free to head in.
Define check.
As long as you let us, inspect all the items on your person yourselves, make sure. I mean, I imagine you're not hiding anyone on you, but we need to make sure we are aware of everyone that comes in the city.
As the mouse kind of pops out from my clothes, it goes, "No, Mr. Whiskers."
I don't know what to do here.
I mean,
Is an inspection going to be a problem for you, gentlemen?
no.
Our contacts gave us the impression the security required papers whenever someone wanted to enter.
I mean, if you had a whole caravan, we'd need to bring something in you weren't supposed to, but you appear to be independent traders. I don't imagine you keep a list of everything you have on you.
No.
No.
Unless you count
As
mental
long as you let
list.
us as long as you let us inspect the wares you have, make sure you aren't hiding anything on you, then there shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah.
Unless there's something you are trying to hide.
Nope.
No, if that's all it takes.
Okay,
They give you
so I want to go a little out of character. This is exactly the moment when the DM says, "Open the door! Open the door! Open the door!"
Yeah.
Now we feel fucking.
Yeah,
I
effectively.
was under the impression that it wouldn't be that simple, that they were going to
Dude,
give
we
us
have brands
trouble.
on our hands. They're totally going to check our hands.
It's not like it was trapped
That-
for like,
you-
whoa, someone's just gonna
You have brands
stab
on your
me.
hands.
He said, "Come on."
I technically have mine on my
You
chest.
People that was giving us
Mine's It's on my
trouble.
back, from what I told you before, unless
Let me
that changed.
define one thing he said. They made a base here. Not that they own the place. They made a base.
It should be fine
Does
as
not
long
mean they're holding up the place.
Yep.
Yes, they're
Yeah,
looking
Johnny,
for hollows, but they are not holding everywhere.
Yeah, Johnny, I thought my brand, I said my story was on my back. Did that change?
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, to be a branding on your back, you can. Specific thing that the Blackguard does is they brand your dominant hand with that black circle. That's what they do to everyone. It's harder to hide.
You could totally get a
You
tattoo.
did that to me
over
when we
that.
met last time?
Yes, whenever the time that you were marked as a hollow, it would have been whatever your dominant hand is, right or left.
Rude.
What if you're ambidextrous?
They
Or don't have
they
hands
make
at
it
all?
where they-
Sure.
Yeah, I totally have a sleeve. Just starting inside the starting at the back of my hand, just going all the way up my arm.
Could someone explain to me how in the Dark Ages someone that just doesn't have hands is going to be able to survive at all?
I mean, there were
Good with
prosthetics.
his feet.
There were prosthetics back in those days.
They were functional.
They weren't functional, but there
But
were.
if they were prosthetics, then they
No,
could brand that.
In the Dark Ages, there were solid pieces of wood carved to look like a hand that they shoved on.
Yeah.
You couldn't use it for anything.
Yeah, I'm well aware
They
of that.
was
paint a
their
black
prosthetic.
circle onto the prosthetic.
Just take out the prosthetic. There.
And you guys
What?
are obviously missing the point. I'm pretty sure the black hole has space if they felt like it, but it'd be a bit uncomfortable just, having these people walk around with circles across their face.
Yeah. Anyways, can we continue,
You
please?
don't.
Turn the circle into an 8.
All right, moving on. So you guys are gonna go ahead and head in to
Yep.
the gatehouse.
Sure.
The guard will go ahead and bang on, and the gate on the opposite gate that the caravan went through will go ahead and open up.
The smaller one.
There's not a smaller one. There are two big ones.
Got no person-sized gate.
No, because if it's big enough, it's any person's size gate.
Door.
It is a big door. All right. You boys are brought into the top side here. Whoa, hang on. Just as you guys are getting ready to enter, a caravan makes its way out of the tunnel, being led by a red dragonborn, just kind of.
I step
Caravan
out
on
of the
out.
way once I see it coming.
And the dragonborn kind of looks at you guys, gives a big hearty smile, and waves as he makes his way down the road.
I give a salute.
I give a wave 2 with my left hand.
So you guys go ahead and head into this top stand sitting there. As soon as you guys all enter in, the gate closes.
Yep,
With that,
This is the caravan we were on, right?
yes, but you cannot see them, as this wooden section here is a raised platform. It's about 5 feet high. But with that, a couple of the guards come on over to your little group. All right. Everybody just follow us. We'll take you to the platform up there, and we'll set you up for inspection real quick, have you all on your way.
Goody!
Alright.
as
Island wave.
I start make my way towards the raised platform.
This guard will just kind of guide you guys on up here.
Teleport.
Dude,
What's the power? Ultra instinct.
the guard looks you all over and points to a
And I'm the point.
Points to who?
He points to a table that is on the opposite wall to him. Alright, any of your weapons drop on the table here, and any other items you're wishing to bring into the city as well.
I
Would a
put
sling
my
look like a weapon?
long sword, my dagger on there. Of course, I show my violin. as you know, that's typically always
What I
on my
need-
person. I do.
I'm gonna
Right.
put my.
The guard will nod his head yes as he
All right.
Alright. I just have 2 daggers. Drop them down.
I have a sling, a scimitar, and a shield, and then the armor that I'm wearing. And I'm
They're not
like,
gonna make
do,
you take
do I
your
need to
armor
take off
off.
my armor? Because
No.
I got like a
Strip
like a
naked
plain
right
shirt. And
Please keep
this.
extra.
Okay. I
you
am
have
naked.
any-
now. Alex will
If
also
you-
place everything
Metaphorically.
he has, I assume.
If you have a backpack, just leave the pack on the table there.
Yep,
If you have
I
anything
do
in your
so.
pocket, please empty it out.
Of
Oh,
course, coin purse. I place on the table. Water pouch. Do we see this wagon over here?
If you purposely look over the railing, you'd notice the guards beginning their inspection on it.
Okay.
I
I
have a
won't-
shovel.
I
For
won't
some
look
reason.
over,
I
but I'll
can't
definitely
remember
try to see if
why.
I can hear anything over here.
I mean, you really wouldn't hear anything but the crunching of boots. Maybe the caravaner would be like, did you find all the drugs I hid back there, boys? Stop it, Terry. We don't have time for your jokes. I mean, come on, live a little.
Guess I'll also put my shovel on the table.
Jack
I
is
have a
standing
shovel
at the
for
table
some
for
Kevin
the next,
has
like,
just a
10
random
minutes,
shovel on him. Why?
placing stuff down on the table.
I guess it,
What was that
it's-
scene from,
It has sentimental value for when I was a farmer.
What was that scene from Sinbad? The animated Sinbad movie, where the guy's just like dumping all of his stuff on the table.
I'll have this.
It's just surprise shovel. Didn't realize I had this.
Alright. But as you guys go ahead and put your stuff down, the caravan guard, or the guard will step aside. Alright, line up on the wall here as he points forward, about 5 feet apart from each other.
So I was going to pee as I pulled out my rapier from my pants pocket and then started pulling out a plenty of cooking utensils, big old pot, ladle, all from my pocket.
You would
have
notice
a
a guard
bag of
kind of give you a
clothing in the
weird look,
pocket.
just like, huh?
I start putting the food inside the fucking pot.
Pull out 244 burpees.
And then I move to where he said to stand.
Action shotgun.
Alright. With that, I said everyone go ahead and line up your tokens a little bit there.
Do I need to move over one? Yeah, I think I do.
It's exactly that.
Question the fact that I have leather gloves, small ornament toy dog, empty vial, smoking pipe, wine glass, wine bottle, crossbow,
Question.
crowbar.
Lorelei, do you take off the leather gloves you are wearing, or do you have a spare pair of gloves?
And I have a spare pair of gloves in case these get dirty.
Making sure.
Tattoos over the mark.
I'd much rather keep my top hat and my gloves on. Thank you very much.
I
Much
also
also
have
in
a
black,
spare
so it's
pair
like-
of gloves.
I don't have. They just make it look like it's tribal, the black ring, so I don't worry about it.
Of course, I have.
See, I'm part of the tribal shit. I'm from the tribes.
I'm basically doing
And
the
of course.
what TSA typically ask for whenever they search for you. I'm basically doing that type of pose.
Yeah, basically. The one guard will come up to you, Alex, and the other guard will. He'll start patting you down, checking your pockets, checking your boots, double check, make sure you don't have something hidden in there.
This is gonna get awkward real quick as he feels weird things in my clothes. I don't know how he responds.
Oh no! That's right. You're basically clockwork.
So, out of curiosity, are both of your legs mechanical, or is one more so than the other?
No, my mechanical are up the side of my body. The right is generally less messed with.
Okay, does that include your legs though? Is that where
Yeah,
you start?
my entire leg and left arm are mechanical.
All right, so as soon as he like grabs your pant leg, he's like, "Huh, that's awfully cold." As he kind of pulls your, or at least he tries to pull your pant leg up to inspect it. As he pulls it up, you notice that he goes down on one knee and pulls up the legs, like, "What the?" He looks up at you. "What is this?"
My leg.
"Yeah. Why is it?" Kind of pulls the leg up further, like up, basically pulls your pant leg up to your knee. "Why is it made of metal?" He kind of knocks on it.
I'm.
It's the same thing. It's just how he's been for a while now.
The guard kind of looks at you, Oda. "Shut it! You," as he points to you, T10, "answer me. What's wrong with your leg?"
It's nothing.
"Nothing. It's made of metal."
It's pretty normal.
He goes, "Where did you say you were from again?"
Floragna.
Whoa. What? As the other guard kind of overhears it. Flaregna is what they used to call those old ruins, now up at the northeast. Oh. So what, are you one of those... some...
Yes, I'm a scientist of sorts.
Oh,
Dude.
he's trying to hold back a laugh.
Roll deception. I don't think you... Oh, that's solid. Alright. Alright. Do you have any weapons built into you?
Walk and act like the normal. It's just like your arms and legs.
I whisper under my breath,
Yeah, stop messing with the crippled, why don't you?
The guard looks over. Another word out of you, and you're going right back out that gate.
I'm not crippled. It's perfectly normal.
I do the key.
Alright. As almost in unison, the guards go, "Alright, go ahead and remove your gloves then."
Yep. Told you guys.
Yep.
You fuck boys.
I've
How many guards?
never been wearing gloves.
There's 2 of them. No, there's 3 of them.
There's 2 of them standing in front of you guys, but you know there was another guard down where you entered, and there was a guard standing here.
I'm just gonna remove the one on my left. and show that I have nothing on there.
No. They're not asking you, they're asking me.
No,
No, they asked both of you.
Oh, okay.
I just
They asked
remove.
you, and they also.
I just remove my left hand and I say, "This is my dominant hand."
All right, equation.
As I put my glove back on.
Roll persuasion.
Persuasion.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. 13.
As he looks at you. All right. Go ahead and see the other hand, just for clarity's sake.
That's a good thing I put makeup on that one. As I revealed my other hand with no other mark.
When did you do this?
I forgot to say it, but I meant to say it last time. I've done it before we left the.
Do you have a disguise kit?
I do.
Okay, go ahead and roll the disguise kit then.
All right. What roll would that be? Charisma or dexterity?
It's usually charisma. It's equivalent to like performance check.
All right. 22.
Well, so my whole body is made of this stuff. I'm very uncomfortable taking clothing off of any sort. It draws. Oh dear.
As I reveal my hand, my right hand.
Alex, you go ahead and show your hand off. The guard kind of looks at it closely. All right, you're all clear. As the other guard goes ahead and steps over.
As I put my glove back on, in the back of my mind, I'm like, phew!
All right, and the guard looks at you, to understand how uncomfortable it makes us guards. Someone to show me something.
Oh god. I start to take off my glove, and then I'm going to purposefully make it. I'm going to start like acting like it's really painful. They're kind of fused into my skin. Or what's left of it? Oh boy, performance.
I was about to say, I bet that's performance.
Whew.
All right, with that performance and even giving a nice fake tear to just really give it that credity. The guard kind of puts his hand over yours. It's like, all right, that's enough. I understand.
Good luck, you guys. They were deal with all three.
All right. Forest boys now. So, Kevin and Lorelai, the guards, start. All right, spread your legs apart. We're just gonna make sure you're not hiding anything on you.
Red split. We just do the splits. I wanna get a chuckle out of them.
Guard just look. All right, that's good. Prefer if you were still standing up, though, sir.
Just stands up.
As he starts patting down your pants and inspecting, making sure you don't have anything hidden in your shoes or anything. And Lorelai, the other guard does the same, starts kind of patting you down, checking for anything hidden.
While they're distracted.
For the seem to be like hyper focused on the person they're looking over.
I'm going to try to twin a charm person on the two giving the inspection.
You know, I could do one charm person and you could do the other.
No, I'm gonna go for both of them.
Okay.
Communicate in this situation. So that's gonna cost 2 sorcery points, and I cast it.
Alright. Go ahead and post it in the chat just so I can double check it.
Alright.
Actually, I think if I recall correctly, the way it works is that they know who casted it.
No, it doesn't
No.
matter at all. I just read through it to make sure.
Alright. Well, they just know that they
That's
were
right.
charmed.
So as long as I don't get caught in the act of casting it, I shouldn't be caught.
It's at the end of the spell the creature knows it was charmed.
Yeah.
Which is a duration of an hour if they fail.
Alright, so
They're
wisdom saving
looking
throws.
for you.
Alright, first guard that's inspecting Kevin. He fails. And the guard that's inspecting Lorelei.
Alright. I'm going to not say anything immediately, but I will intervene if someone starts getting caught and having issues.
Alright,
Found me.
then with that, the guard continues patting down Kevin. Alright. So, you're one of those, you're one of those forest folk, ain't you? Alright, well, last thing I gotta do, just gotta check your hands real quick, and then you're all set to go.
Which is just covered in tattoos.
This is growing rather tedious. Can we speed it along by skipping that part, please?
Roll persuasion.
With advantage, I assume?
I'm not gonna allow advantage in this case, because it's specifically the guard's job to check your hands.
Mm-hmm.
So if anything,
Okay.
you're not getting...
Then give him use the guidance cantrip.
Nope, he's currently checking. You don't cast a spell right now.
Wow.
With I will say you will have to roll a persuasion for each guard. Kevin's
Okay.
guard, he is like, you're right. Forest folk are pretty well put together. I'd be surprised any hollows made their way. Ooh, 16 though.
I was about to say, could I have given a bar? Too late now, I guess.
No, can't do it now, not without someone noticing.
I mean, it's not. I can't give a bardic inspiration, so.
Yeah.
So I assume you'll take the 16 there.
Yep.
Alright. Let's go ahead.
Are they focused on him right now?
No, it's a 16.
That mean
This dude
there's
keeps
spoken
losing by 1.
visual.
The guard that's looking over Lorelei. Alright, I'll go ahead and skip it over. The points over to Uda. Look, we just gotta check you, and then everything's good. So, fuck it, I don't think you're hiding too much, so go ahead and take your gloves off real quick.
I'm not wearing gloves normally. As I hold my.
As the guard gets wide-eyed and immediately draws his spear and points it at you as he puts his shield up.
I turn my one arm over, and I turn my other arm over.
I'm confused here. You
I think what he's
Have
trying
the
to say
brand.
is that he doesn't have the mark on his hands.
he has
No,
to.
no, I had my palms up, facing up, so you wouldn't see immediately.
No, it's on both sides of your hand.
Oh.
On both sides?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Previously.
Oh
Yeah,
crap!
it's so easy.
I didn't
Just
like
on
that
the
part.
back.
Yeah, I thought it was
That's
just the
why.
back, because... Yeah, you never
Basically
claimed it was on
imagine
the
it-
palm. You just did it on the hand.
Right, but they put over. It leaves the branding on both sides of it.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't know it was a clamp. That's the point.
Fair enough. With that knowledge, are you still showing off your hands, or?
Yeah, my hands are fully up. May I talk now?
You may still hold his shield up and his other guard buddy. Oh,
As it be, as I just start sitting down on the ground, so I'm prone, quote unquote, for them. I don't have any knowledge on if I'm one of these quote unquote hollows or not. But it's also half the reason I'm here. The other half, as I reach slowly and pull out a flyer.
flyer.
Wait, stop! This man isn't black.
It's the
Close
same
am
flyer
I from
used
the
on-
table? How far away am I from the tables?
It's the same flyer as I used with the bartender.
So it's less a flyer, more like a box that has words on it.
Are you using psychic paper?
No, Jesus.
I'm
A
about to
kind
say.
of magic trinket. It's more a sheet, a metal sheet.
Okay, so it's a little metal. I was under the impression it was like this box in the shape
Because
of letters
medical-
and flashes.
The trinket can be basically anything.
Right, I know.
So I'm just trying to have it as similar as a flyer, and I just hand it to them.
All right. The guard that's pointing his spear at you looks over to the other one. Take that thing. I'll come over and he will reach out and take the flyer from you. So what
Take the
does the flyer say?
The flyer is, of course, glowing lights showing off the beautiful, busty women, saying, "Come by with a 30% coupon for the first 5 minutes."
What kind of business are you advertising?
Why is this?
It's the guard just kind of stands there confused for a minute. The other one, what is it? What does it say? It's a coupon for. Have we come up with a name for your home yet?
No.
We're just going to. We're just going to refer to it as Madams for now. We will have a better name later. But it's for it's for Madam, sir. What the hell is Madams? Well, it's probably better you look at it yourself, sir. Give me the damn thing. He stomps over, takes the thing, starts reading it over. This doesn't get you off the hook.
I said I'm here for business.
What, are you trying to pick up whores or something? As he tosses the metal sheet over to the other guard who struggles to catch it.
No, I'm looking for clients. my girls don't have that much money coming in.
That doesn't change the fact that hollows are not allowed in this city.
Exactly. I've only been here, what, 10 minutes?
And that's the only reason I haven't already called the Blackguard and have you executed. Give me one good reason I shouldn't.
Just get your ass kicked
Please shut
Or
up.
was
by a random
Not-
bear.
This is not the time.
Attacking
No,
a
not
hollow is
now.
very
No, no, shut! And I say, God, stop
Look,
talking!
no.
Jack, shut the fuck up.
I'm just pulling shit up my ass.
Are you actually
loaded.
saying this, Kevin?
Yeah, it's like, don't you know attacking hollows is very bad luck?
Look,
That's why only the
friends.
Blackguard does
No,
it.
shut up.
Look, friends. We were unaware of his ailment, but did we really? Dude, why did you?
I mean, if you didn't have any gloves, you could have asked for one of us to borrow
I wasn't
them.
talking to you. As the guard stomps on the wooden paneling, everyone, shut it! And he points the spear directly in Oda's face. Give me one good reason. Now!
As I look at him straight in the face, knock off my hands. Why do you think I'm here?
You don't get the mark removed. The Blackguard put it on there. They put it on for a reason.
Yes, they put it on because they're suspicious. They didn't do anything. As I reach in my pocket and I pull out my natural passive investigation device. They didn't look
Alright.
over me. You like I do and try to fuck with it, and I'm sure yeah.
Oh
The,
no.
The guard will take it, start attempting to press something akin to buttons, maybe, that just kind of flashes briefly and turns off, and I don't know what this is.
Exactly. If you don't know what that is, why do you think I don't think they know what they know what they know? A man and around here, I heard there's a man around here who can probably find a way to get this thing off my fans and prove that I'm not one of them.
As his eyes kind of narrow. So you're here to see the professor, then?
Oh, we actually have a lead. Yes. As they look up to him, smiling.
He looks over to the other guard. Alright, look. He kind of looks over your group. I'm only doing this as you seem like nice folk. But I'm going to make this very clear. You are marching straight to the mayor's house to beg for permission to see that professor. And if I don't hear by the end of the day that that's exactly where you went, there's going to be a wanted poster on your head from here to
Within
throw
5
it, make
minutes
myself
already made.
clear.
But please get to my good side.
Alright. He calls out to one of the guards. These men will be going to see the mayor. Send word that the... What are your names?
My name's Oda,
As,
and I'm the only one that's needing this actual issue.
let the mayor know that Oda and a few of his friends will be arriving to discuss the professor. Keep it close to your chest, understand?
Yes,
And
of course.
As I salute
the
with
one
my
guard
left hand.
the one guard comes over and he comes over and finding a big wheel that slowly opens the gate on that side.
Well, thanks,
As
fuck,
another
I don't
guard
have to
comes
come up
over.
with any bullshit.
Yeah.
Yes, you thankfully got to avoid inspection just in time.
Just in time.
Yeah, you got.
It doesn't matter.
You're the only one that didn't get
Be
checked.
continuously on fire.
I'm the only one that doesn't care about gloves. Don't worry about it. If anyone's gonna
Care about tattoos.
Yeah, I understand you guys care about the gloves because of the tattoos. My character doesn't.
You should have gotten
blame this.
tattoos.
I pull you off to the side one while we're walking. That was extremely risky. I advise
It worked
against
out.
it.
Ah,
It did, but it very much couldn't have, and you could have gotten us all killed.
that could have been far worse.
And they could have just gone and find him without me.
Uh,
You guys were all fine.
No, we weren't. If your showing of Mark made them look at us more, we would have been found out. Just
And they didn't
we're
look at you and said,
extremely lucky that the
It's-
professor
and
is
say they
known
looked
here. Just don't pull something like that again. Oh, God.
if you want, I could.
no problem.
If you don't want to wear gloves, I could give
I'm
you some
listening.
tips.
I'm a normal person. I am not in no way a robot.
God damn it.
But nevertheless, the guards will allow you to take your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
With the gate open, they allow you to
Really?
leave.
They'll allow me to take my sword?
Yeah, they're letting you take your guys' stuff.
Yeah, it's not like they're
They
going.
don't need to, so you weren't sneaking things into the town.
Yeah,
Johnny, you might have a guard wake me. I fell asleep standing up.
God
It's
damn it.
daytime. I don't like the day.
I'm just dragging you by the horn.
Make sure you put all my shit in my bag. Dude, you're not pulling me by the horn. You're pulling me by my fucking my jacket. I don't need these motherfuckers giving me another reason why they don't like
I'm
me.
pulling you by the horn. Pulling you by the top hat, whatever.
Alright, then put all my shit in my bag. Just gonna pull me. Okay, I was getting. Sorry.
And if we're gonna do it that way, I might as well just basically lean my pockets over to the table and just scrape everything into my pocket.
Okay, seriously, how the hell are you doing that?
Wait, just have my pants. As I start walking.
you got some very deep pockets.
You know,
It's a very odd thing.
another very similar thing.
He pulled
Bigger on the inside, I
Ezekiel.
think.
You have some very deep pockets, Oda. Are we out of
was
earshot
more
of the
of a-
guards by any chance? Rue? Hello? Oh, he's mute.
Rue, you're fucking dead! Again!
Rue, you're mute.
Rue,
man.
if you're explaining something, it ain't working!
Shush! Let him figure shit out first. Jesus.
Ah, there he is.
Hauled away for the briefest of moments. You guys would mostly, by this time, you'd at least be out of earshot of the guards in the gatehouse. Although before the gatehouse closes, the one guard does that on you.
Okay? Hmm.
Welcome. Welcome to the great city of Meltrimo, where in which you see, for the most parts, caravans getting stuff loaded up and ready to ship out for the evening, or a few different little market stalls offering to sell some fancy jewelry, some unique items, little magical trinkets maybe, very expensive things.
Well, you guys are dark and stormy. Let's head to the mayor's office.
Hmm. I know what that is. Just follow me.
Oh, right,
So-
Alex.
Uh,
I've been meaning.
yes?
That wasn't an answer. Why were you kicked out?
I wasn't kicked out. I left on my own accord.
Okay, but the way you've been describing it, you've been saying that you were kicked out of your own house and out of the city. So which
Wow.
one is it?
Kind of both. Well,
Perhaps.
it's just so that some of the Blackguard have rotated since then. Because otherwise, this is going to be a very, very, very short.
You know, Blackguard didn't leave their post, right?
I know.
As a patrol of blackguards walk by you guys.
As I am mentally panicking out. Oops.
Wave with what hand,
My
Oda?
non-dominant arm, obviously. I do it to fuck with everyone.
Oh
No,
my
let
god.
me just both arms.
I'm
Like,
smart
hey, oh,
enough to know.
yeah.
I would hope you are. Right.
I have a 15 in intelligence at least. Okay, screw you.
Um,
Black,
uh,
out of the little patrol, maybe he's on their way.
Alright, we'll get an explanation once we actually sit down and get some time to breathe.
yep. And hopefully I don't run into particular nobleman.
We're just going to the mayor's house. What can be so bad?
You know what? You're right. What could possibly go wrong?
Oh yeah, to the house. Oh yeah, outside of the town hall at this point.
It would take you a little while to reach basically the opposite end of town, but after a little while, you will make it to Highwalker Hall. Out front, you effectively see what looks like a party for noblemen, as there's just dozens of people in fancy dress, drinking, conversating, a few people deals and offers.
Question. Do I
As,
see
up
the
ahead-
nobleman that accused me?
Roll perception.
I shall. Just give me a second to open up my sheet again. Perception? That's a 5.
You don't see shit.
You just don't see him.
Well, regardless if I don't see him or not, I'm gonna keep my head low.
But you guys walk past the party into the actual building. The massive stone pillars that obnoxiously large and high. This building's ceiling easily reaches just as high as the week.
Right? also make a perception check to see if anyone is somewhat of noteworthy at a glance or suspicious as just like a thing I do and with a bunch of people I don't know. It's like, can I trust you? Or do I need to be wary?
I would say you can go ahead and give an investigation. Or actually, no. An
Insight is
insight.
better.
You're looking to see. The 16.
Thank God for
you,
insight. Insight is
you
16 is a lot better than a nat 1.
for the most part, you know that there's not really any real threats amongst these people. These are noblemen. They probably carry a dagger for decoration more than they do to actually hurt anybody.
Not all of them,
But most-
not all of them noblemen are just muggers.
No, they're master rogues
What was?
with a nat 20 of deception.
Yeah, for the most part, the only thing you're really concerned about is probably, racial bias.
Like, oh, it's a high elf. Ugh.
Well, it's a small variety of races, but it's still, the forest people are looked down upon, and you're well aware of that.
If they're trying to
I will defend myself.
I'm not afraid
from the prejudice
to
of my
slap the shit
nation.
out of a grown-ass woman.
And of course, I am dodging and weaving any woman that tries to come anywhere near me.
As you guys enter, no one's. You see more people trying to avoid you than anyone actually trying to approach you.
Oh, good. He's like,
You guys reek of not belonging here.
well, I used to belong.
As you come into the main hall, you would notice that there's a few other groups of nobles sipping drinks, but they're more sat down in fancy chairs or little booths to discuss things. And at the far end of the hall, there is a large throne with no one sitting in it. At the end of the staircase, you do see what looks like kind of a grungy man, very dirty, unkept overall, as he's on his knees begging for something from a very pompous-looking and well-dressed dark elf.
Yeah, I really. Hi.
Who the fuck is it?
You can go ahead and listen in with a perception check if you would like.
I would like
need a
to,
what?
as I am
Investigation?
like hiding behind my party.
I have to roll an
Yeah, with-
investigation.
Hey, what the fuck? It's just
Perception.
It's just a trial.
Perception.
Is this for
Okay,
everyone,
that's better than
or
investigation. I rolled a 5.
I rolled a
I
10?
mean, it's anyone that wants to listen into the conversation if you really want to.
But DM, question: is this the guy I think it is?
Is this the nobleman that got you thrown out? No.
No.
This is the mayor.
Okay. For some reason, I
The
thought that he was
mayor's
going to make the
begging.
mayor the nobleman that kicked me out.
No. You don't know much about the mayor, but you definitely know what he looks like and you know his name. Rayla Dalkeen.
Oh, that's Rayla Dokeen.
Oh shit! Yeah.
That's the mayor.
Oh shit!
He does have very long black hair that, if you look at him the wrong way, you might guess he's a woman, but he is not.
You hear his name,
you guys
and then
not
hear that
remember
fact.
who
It's
that
like, yeah,
is?
that's a woman.
The mustache and little goatee kind of spell out that it's not a woman.
And Who's this? Who?
That's Mayor
Who's this?
Rayla.
Okay, that bitch in the dress is meant to be the mayor.
Yeah,
I can tell that.
It would be Mayor Dalkeen.
that's Mayor Delkeen.
In the
For a
dress.
second there, I thought he was okay.
No, the one groveling on the floor. Who else do you think?
Sorry, it's
Well, you
just
said the mayor's a man, and then you said the one in the dress was the mayor.
what? No,
No one said
no one said dress. Where are you
I
getting
would
this?
say that, I mean, it is closer to a dress than nothing else, I think. But anyway,
He's the guy begging the mayor.
Yes.
Alex, you would also know.
Don't know.
Alex, you would know, at the very least, where this sort of grungy-looking man comes from, because they come into the town fairly often, as this is one of the immigrants from the nearby town of Choblac.
Ooh.
my passive 17. Could I hear it?
Absolutely. You would kind of listen in, and you would pick up.
Wait, I could have used my passive.
Your passive wouldn't have been enough.
It's a 13.
It's not enough.
Not enough. I think we have to be 15 or higher.
Oh.
You're all. With your passive, you would overhear. Now, Mr. Mayor, I just need a little more time to pay up for those. As the mayor cuts him off by about the time you approach. I have given you plenty of time. Now, out of my hall, unless you suddenly, spontaneously appropriated, you still owe me. And the grungy man goes to open his mouth as a couple of drow guards step forward, very heavily armed. And he visibly looks scared as he quickly stands up and scampers out from the hall. And Dalkeen notices you guys and talk to Oda as his eyes glide down your arm and notice your hand. Ah, I see. Come. You must be the gentleman my gods just informed me of.
I wave with said hand as I walk forward.
As
Oh, it's nice to meet you. As I then bow.
you notice the drow guard lately as the holds his arm out. No. These are guests, sir. As he speaks in Undercommon. Alex.
Yep.
You would overhear it. On my mark. As he pulls his hand away. Now, you gentlemen, if you don't mind, I would prefer we speak in a more private setting. As he points down a hallway that leads to a staircase.
Immediately, I have a bad feeling about this.
You always say that. You're kind of undermining the sentence.
I want to follow, but I don't know how I'd go about doing that. This crowded place.
I mean, you're all grouped together, and as far as the
I
mayor's
take
concerned, you travel as a group.
So I could totally wild shape into a mouse.
Everyone will see you do that, but sure.
I could use pass without a trace, then wild shape.
I say
That's
save
not
that.
worth
I,
it.
save
Not
it. Save
make
it.
you
Save it.
invisible, Jack.
There we go.
No, but it makes me harder to sneak. It makes it harder to perceive me.
Right, but they're
Incredibly so.
staring right at you. They're going to see you.
Dude,
Oh.
stop.
I can't like hide behind someone and do
No!
it.
No, there are already
They
guards
surrounded us!
staring right at you. You're in, people have their eye on you, bud. Stealth is no longer an option.
Yep.
I try
As I take the forefront
and
and walk
walk
forward.
out.
I mean, you're welcome to abandon the party, but
Just like, hey, I'm gonna find a restroom. They have those here probably.
Travel with your partner and not make yourself look like a target.
I don't want to bait them.
No,
stop.
don't!
Join us.
Just like wink at someone who's like, I want to like, like let you know I'm baiting them and then do it. Is that kind of bait?
Staring right at Kevin as I know exactly what he's thinking, and I'm just looking at him like, no.
I'm just like, I just give you a look, cause like it's not a bad idea.
It's a terrible idea.
It's not that bad. It's a practical idea. I
that
am
you can
fully
do
capable
in
of
this
Two
taking
different
a
color
hit.
eyes are gonna glow viciously directly at Kevin, and I'm just like, don't.
I'm like,
all right. I'm Kevin. Look, you can do this if you really want to, but I have to ask, who are you trying to bait and why?
the guards to see if they're gonna make. I want to know if the guards are gonna make the first move.
What?
Attack us.
Guards, if you threaten the mayor, they're gonna kill you. That's their job.
But I want to know if they're just gonna follow me if I like do something like go to the restroom. Like,
I can still follow you. They don't know who the fuck you are. With
no, like if I'm singled out, will they
Wait,
attack?
they're also
me
gonna
is what
ask
I'm
if they can
thinking.
shake
it
That's
for
the
you.
thing.
They will attack you. They're
Hey,
guards.
If I go to the restroom,
Yeah!
If
What the hell are you on?
They probably aren't gonna attack you, Jack. But if they find out you're doing something shady, yes, they're going to attack you.
is going to the restroom shady?
In this
If you
situation,
go there and
yeah.
This situation, yes!
The mayor, okay, Jack, imagine if the fucking president showed up at your house, like, come, join me in my limo, I would like to have a conversation with you. And you go, Mr. Mayor, hang on, I need to use a...
And then you never
Yeah, that
return from the
makes sense.
restroom,
It's like,
so
oh,
they
fuck,
attack
the
the rest
mayor.
of your group.
The fucking president or whatever. What the fuck?
Alright, imagine this.
Oh,
You have a hostage, or someone who you think is a criminal. They ask to use the restroom in a clear attempt to escape. What would you do?
Keep an eye on them?
yes, that's our point, Jack.
In other words, you're not
Yeah,
gonna be able to
And you're
sneak
making it
off.
out like they're just gonna just straight up attack
One of
me.
us is a hollow.
Who's
They're under the impression.
Take it away.
They're under the impression that only one of us is branded.
Basically, here's the deal, Kevin. Do you want to make the party look
Also, do you want us to look as
more suspicious? Then don't leave.
what you would be doing would make our situation far worse.
information?
What possible?
So, are you going to go with the party, or are you going to leave the party, Jack?
I'm not gonna leave the party. I'm not.
Okay.
That took a little too long.
we move forward.
Yep.
The mayor will immediately walk right next to Uda as the rest of the party follows behind them. And pretty much as soon as you guys get to the...
Oh, okay. I thought they were just taking Uda by himself.
No,
No.
And they're just
that's
leaving
what we.
us in the fucking room.
No, you're all going.
Okay,
As soon as you go climb the staircase, you would notice that one of the guards does take point right in the doorway, so that you can't slip by. As you arrive upstairs, there is a pair of drow guards.
Wait, I thought we were heading downstairs.
No, it is upstairs. I said
Okay.
a set of stairs. I didn't say which way they went.
Okay, never mind.
You go up the stairs to what is effectively the office, where there's another drow guard stood outside of it, as it walks over and opens the door for the mayor. All right, Uda was the name, correct?
Yeah. That's my name.
Oh, wonderful. Come on in, come on in. As he pats you on the shoulder and walks you into the room. Feel there. The rest of you gentlemen take seats where you can find available. I apologize, I don't often entertain this many guests, as there are a few like couches or small chairs around the room.
I sit
But
on the
there's
floor.
only. All right, that works. There is 2 chairs that are sat in front of the mayor's desk as he goes and sits in his big fancy mayor chair.
Yep. I'm gonna lean against the wall. Focus towards the area.
I want to like lean across the wall, like kind of lean across this on the wall, right in front of the door. Like
Not in
the
front
wall,
of
like
the
as soon
door.
as you open the room, you look forward. There's like a wall over on that other side. So like if I go in a straight line, I'll be at the door.
What?
You do realize the other side of the door would be the mayor's
I don't
chair,
know
right?
There's the door, and across the other
Hey, you're
side
next
of
to
the
the door.
room
Hold on, Kevin.
is
Kevin,
me.
you're next to the Kevin. You're next to the door. Done.
I'm not next to the door. I'm across from the door, on the other side of the room,
Done.
but in front of the door.
Done.
Got it.
So, as you get a drow warrior comes in and closes the door behind him as he stands in front of the door.
Mhm.
The mayor sits in his chair, kind of playing with his fingers for a moment. So, how did you come to find the professor was in my care?
As I go ahead and sit down at the front of at the 2 chairs, one of the 2 chairs, I go ahead and pull from my pocket outlet and I put it down right in front of him.
He picks up the letter and begins reading it over. Now, for a man that's so frightened of people hunting him down, he was not terribly careful with this information. As he folds up the letter, and with a snap of his fingers, it erupts in flames. Now, I need to make something very clear here, and he is currently under my protection. So if you had any intent to endanger him in any way, I do hope you understand I won't allow that.
Aren't I the most in danger right now?
As far as I'm concerned, you are a group of individuals. But nevertheless, you travel together, and I have no reason to assume a threat.
I can give you all my things right now before I meet him.
I'm more concerned with your intentions, my friend.
Trying to get this thing off?
Well, he won't do that. That's it. End of story. You go talk to him, he will not remove that. No one can. It's kind of how
In terms of proving, I'd rather have a different brand. The point is, I don't need more harassment from the locals.
Well, in my opinion, you shouldn't have been playing around with whatever circumstances led you down that path. But I can tell you right now, and this goes for all of you, being the professor will give
Why is that?
2 reasons. Number 1, he has no sway. The Black God could not care less about his opinion on the matter. So even if he did manage to spontaneously produce results that could prove that you're not a hollow, it won't change anything. And number 2, see you to begin with. There's a reason he is under my protection. It's because he is dreadfully paranoid about various forces trying to impede his work. Now, if I go and tell him that a few random strangers marched into our town and asked to go see him, can you imagine what his reaction is going to be?
Okay, hold on. I have an idea. I don't need to see him. How about we say if he needs a job done, we can try to find some way to help him out. We go to you, you go to him.
So you're offering yourselves as mercenaries, men for hire.
I don't see why not.
Yeah,
Well, I am, for sure.
yeah.
Look, if I'm gonna be stuck since as well, or at least try to.
So long as it doesn't involve any poking and prodding on his part. We're not here, or I'm not here to be a test subject. But results would be welcome.
I see. Well, first things first, and understand if he is willing to see you, or even to give you this chance at all. So for now, 2 things are going to happen. Number 1, as he reaches into a drawer, he pulls out a pair of gloves and sets them on the table. You shall wear these, and you will not remove them for any reason. Do I make myself clear?
Fine.
And you are, because I don't want them to you either.
No reason not to keep a little bit of chit-chat, though.
That is every reason not to conduct chit-chat. The Black God are here specifically to sniff out people like you, and I assume people like you, as he points to other allies.
Hey, don't look
I
at me,
do
I'm
not.
just the accident.
I do not want to see your little group into the Black God's prison. Is not enough convincing the professor to work under his conditions at all. Let alone that a group of individuals tried to find him, and the Black God decided to arrest them. You need to keep your heads low.
If I may, Mr. Mayor, why do you care about his work anyway?
Why do I care? It's the only one making any strides to actually solve this problem.
I mean,
Actually-
a lot of people seem to content to just kill.
I mean,
Well,
I
you might
would
have-
rather.
We might have to interrupt you. Well, I might have to interrupt you. We did have to run from some black gods after we found the notes.
Yeah. Yes, I'm well into the professor's work, and he has made it quite clear that his work is not ready to be seen by the Black God.
Well, just letting you know how far they are.
Yes. Yes, I am well aware that the Black God insists on finding the professor. But I also understand the professor is quite terrified of his work getting into the wrong hands.
Makes
No, I did
sense.
not want to interrupt anything. Merely just want the final product.
All right. Then as for number 2, you shall find yourselves some refuge here in my town, and you shall meet back here tomorrow morning, bright and early, sunrise.
Yes, sir.
I expect to see you then we can have a word on whether the professor wishes to see you.
Got it.
Well, as I stand up, it was early nice to meet you. As I hold up my hands, my march hands.
He takes his pointer and his thumb and kind of stretches out and shakes it to meet you. As he
As I grab the glove.
not so casually pulls a handkerchief and wipes his fingers off.
Yes,
I roll the eyes.
Now, my men will escort you out. I do not want to see you again until tomorrow morning.
Yep.
As the drow guard you to leave the office.
As I put on the gloves, and head on out.
Well, while I don't mind the occasional fight, I didn't really plan on being a mercenary, really.
It will more likely just trying to find some things. You'll be fine. Mercenary is just a term of
Yeah, just because it's
praise.
Don't worry.
Like this
Hey.
place.
Okay.
G10, I got you back.
We
The
don't.
only ones
We
who
probably.
are,
We
the only
probably
ones
won't
who
have to
aren't
fight
stressed
anything.
or
If anything, we'll
well,
probably
the
have
only
to.
one that's sorry.
Can't
The only
you,
one
okay,
that's not
can
really
one person
phased.
help?
I was saying the only one that's not phased is Kevin slightly, but me, I'm just sitting here just like, okay, business as usual.
Okay.
Yeah, my mind's more like, yeah,
Write some notes.
this
Group
place sucks.
question. Would I have a house here?
Even if you did have a house, it was most likely, taken away.
Fair enough.
You were evicted, my man.
Fair enough. I say, well, we could go to the tavern.
I
Because
could
where else
use
do
my
you go these
future.
days? Sorry, feature?
Huh?
Yeah, from
Well, it's
background.
nice and all, but place is quite interesting.
Oh
Why
yeah.
don't you try to show us around a bit?
Sure, but I'll give you a small little tour. There will
Because we
be.
have to wait an entire day.
I mean, since we have to wait till morning. As I kind of scratch the back of my head. I mean, there's the Church of the Blazing Sun, Del King's Trading Company, the Empty Cup Tavern, High Walker's Hall, which is this place.
You're,
The
you're, yeah, you're in Highwalker Hall.
yeah, that's why I'm saying this place.
I'm
The
not totally just reading a list.
the Gleaming Pits, GNS, the Undercity, and the Hunters Guild.
Well, all of those sound boring. Is there any reason we should the tavern and sleep all day long?
I mean, there's some stuff to do in town. Just I'm naming the most important.
I mean, even with this, I don't know.
Hunters Guild sounds a bit like these two's forte, as I point to Kevin and why am I?
Oh, no. Alex, you would remember the Hunters Guild was the place that got converted. That's currently
You guys don't
where
want
the
to go to the
Blackguard
Hunters Guild.
reside.
We just go right after that conversation with the mayor. We go strolling into the Blackguard.
I say,
Yo, what's with Hunters Guild? This is the Black God. I'm out.
you guys don't want to go to the Hunters Guild. Trust me. Not right now, anyways.
This is why we don't just read lists, Alex.
Well, I'm sorry. That's what you posted.
Yes, these are places of interest.
I want to go to the Hunters Guild because Blackguard set up their base there.
Well, you should have
Also
mentioned that.
Well, I just did.
Also, the Gleaming Pits is the mine.
Yeah. My character,
So unless you
Not rather.
yeah, my character just mentions it as like he would mention that that's the mine shafts.
I'm gonna hit up the Church of the Blazing Sun. Why not?
Okay, follow me.
The
G10, you wanna come
Undercity
along?
Projects. What is that?
Sure.
The Undercity? Oh, some of the old mining areas kind of got dug out.
Alex. Good.
Which Alex?
The Alex that's talking. He's talking without knowing what he's talking about.
Yep, I'm stopping.
The Undercity Projects is a personal project done by the mayor and his company, attempting to expand the city out into the Underdark. It is not a complete civilization yet, but they are working on set up proper homes and businesses down there.
Yeah, I just mentioned it that that's a project that one of the mayors set up.
Yep.
Okay.
How recently did you leave exactly?
Well, about 8 months ago, I think.
All right.
I'm sorry, there for a while I kind of lost track of time.
Yeah, you guys would. Anyway, I'm just gonna hit up this church. You guys can do whatever you want. Come on, T10.
All right.
Okay,
Oh,
meet
you
at
changed your comment, aren't you?
Yes.
Wait. As I show everyone the map, you see this building right here? As
Right.
I point to where the tavern's at? That's the tavern. Meet up there. Once you guys are done.
Where is it?
Here.
DM, where's the tavern?
That building that is in the shape of a cross, that is the tavern.
Okay, so this is the tavern?
Yes.
That's
And lucky for our cleric friend, the church is right next door.
Oh,
Oh,
that's fairly convenient.
this church.
Right. Can I make a perception check to know if we're being followed or watched?
Yeah, you can make, I'd say, perception.
That's a 14.
As far as you can
It's on to
tell, I
that.
mean, guard. I mean, I'm going to make the ruling now. If you want to do guidance for any reason, it must be before you roll.
Okay.
And that is going to be under the assumption that it takes you longer to do the thing. But with 14, for the most part, you notice, guards kind of look your way every once in a while, but just general keeping an eye on everybody.
Alright. I want to figure out this town some more. It's completely unknown to me.
Well, if you want to stick with me, I pretty much know this town like the back of my hand.
I will do that.
He knows where the brothels are.
I don't go there, period.
No, he
have to
specifically
avoid them
knows where
religiously.
they are to avoid.
He has to know where they
Don't
are
know
to
the
not
street.
know where they are.
Exactly.
Well, yeah. I guess these are high-class whores. They won't just hang out on the street.
And,
They
and,
must
and
be
again,
advertising in the marketplace.
it's not like my character would go to those types of places anyways, because he would be way too
If anything,
nervous.
he'd religiously avoid them. It's perfect.
Despite numerous attempts at variant
All right.
It's
I'm at my
here.
hometown.
This is exactly where it is. It's right next to the church. 'Cause
Exactly.
that would be...
All right. So the rest of the party just going to go ahead, hit up the tavern, and call it a day.
I'm basically showing Kevin around town, avoiding the Hunters Guild area, which I'm assuming is this house over here.
So I'm trying to remember. Yeah.
It's exactly the one you're at right here.
No, it's this one.
This area is more or less just where people live. It's usually like the living area or where people might own smaller shops, but it's kind of a neighborhood of mansions or servants' quarters. Most things are located in this area.
Yeah, I avoid the nobles
Everyone
district.
in this city rich or something?
For the
Oh.
most part, you're either rich, selling something, or work for the people that are rich.
If you're looking for rich,
Working people live.
if you're looking for rich people, they live on. You see some of those manors over there? As I pointed to the direction of some of the manors.
No, I thought you'd pointed to the direction of the mud huts.
That's where most of the rich people live.
The non-rich people live.
Non-rich people typically this direction,
They're rich in spirit.
but there are servants' quarters, a few small shops here and there within the outskirts, and some coin on some of those streets. Of course, when I, wasn't being asked kindly to get off someone's property, which, of course, I did. But I usually, stay out on the
So you
street.
know people.
To an extent, I wouldn't call some people friends or anything.
Hmm.
But
Wait, why? What are you getting at?
Nothing.
Please be honest.
Hey, if you want to keep a secret, that's you,
I mean,
man.
the whole thing is pretty much a big secret as I raise my right hand. This is my actual, you know.
Because that's exactly what we're talking about. Yeah.
In other words, I'm pretty decent with secrets.
Hmm.
So go ahead, hit me up.
About what?
What?
Secrets?
Yeah. What's the secret that you wanna? But why did you want to know why the rich people are over there?
Oh, to avoid it.
That's it?
Oh, yep.
Oh, I thought you was
I gotta
going.
pass the rich folk. I don't really like them too much.
Yeah, well, some of them do pay well. I'm not a big fan
Yeah.
of them, but they pay well.
Yeah, it's pretty much the only thing they do is pay well.
Otherwise, if it were up to me, I personally don't think nobles should, you know.
You know,
Are we
back in
going communist?
Golkiri,
What is happening?
in the
No.
old days,
No,
the nobles would actually work
um,
with the non-rich folk. The story about this one dude
Oh, please
that
don't.
became friends with
I
the
think
entire
I think a
slums.
snail is going faster than this conversation.
I
He was one of the richest, and he was a part of the richest
It's
family in the
super
town.
meta to tell stories about your old character.
um, where
I mean,
exactly?
he was pretty legendary in
I
that
don't
regard.
think that's legendary. Whoever tells you those stories must be giving you a
Wait,
pile of mud.
these are literally stories I didn't know.
These are stories I've heard from the older folk that they were
No,
told.
these are stories you wouldn't know. No one would have told stories about Jack.
Yeah,
No one would have said anything.
that's why my
No.
character.
God.
That's why I think, like, if he's actually
He's the
saying
boogeyman, apparently.
no.
Yes.
I mean, more so, yes, actually.
If anything, my character would call. Yeah, that's
If any,
that's the equivalent of a kid saying that they made a pie when it's just made of mud.
Well, I apparently know that story.
In other words, my character's calling out the bullshit on that part, but is being very, very much polite. Anyways,
I apparently know that story.
anyways, let's head on to the tavern.
Alright.
At least there, I
Alright.
can get you to shut up.
just give him enough booze.
Oh, you're tired of me already.
Okay. So, for our lovely cleric here,
Yes.
you go ahead and take a trip to Church of the Blazing Sun. As you arrive, there is a lovely, or not a mural, but sort of or of the sun there on the side of the building nearest the door. And it's a pretty safe assumption that this is most likely a church to the sun god Palor. But you go ahead and push the door open, as doesn't have a door handle. It's not locked or anything. As it opens up, it's a rather small building, but it has these multiple pews that are kind of up the wall, or up these sets of staircases.
Is there a reason you wanted to visit a church to another god?
Just curiosity more than anything.
As there's candles decorating just about every corner of the. You almost have to take a little bit of effort not to step on candles that are decorating the floors as well.
Jeez, this place needs.
Thank God this place is built of stone, otherwise it'd be a fire hazard.
Oh yeah.
I can make
hazard
it a
of the
fire
millennium.
hazard.
I mean,
No, don't.
I mean,
Don't,
it's a
that's my
heat
job.
hazard more than anything.
Oh no, I can make this a full-blown fire hazard if I wanted.
Oh God.
As soon as that bell chimes, a man at a large podium in front of a statue stands up, and or rather old, frail man stands up, and he sort of postures himself up, or holds himself up on the podium. Ah, welcome to our great church, children.
Yeah.
How may I help you?
Oh no, it's one of these pricks. Hi. Hey, would I be able to pray to someone else, or is that kind of a no-go here?
Well, the god Palor will not show you any ill will. He loves his brothers and sisters in the heavens. I see no reason not to welcome any fellow worshipper.
Yep.
And as you start to notice, the man is talking but not looking at you, as his eyes are very much glazed over to such an extent he is very clearly blind.
I say hi in sign language.
Who's blind you? What are you doing? I assume that there isn't a in here.
I don't know sign language.
Gosh, no, there's not even the closest thing to a dark shadow probably has yet another candle resting in it. So
Okay, I'm just gonna go around somewhere, just like find a corner or something,
Oh,
and start putting out candles
they would
just to make it
love.
dark.
They would love a
Just to
drought that
make
can
it-
like cast darkness.
you go order and you to blow out a candle, and as soon as you go to blow out another one, the first one lights back up again.
Put it out with my fingers and wait a second.
All of a sudden, your hand burns.
Ah, fuck. I think those sigils will do something. No dark corners I can door.
Dark corners. Why would you ever wish to be in the darkness, my friend? Palor's gaze is upon you.
I'm just going
there
to
is-
go to like the other side of the church, as far away from him as possible, sit down and start silently praying to do, you know who. Just
I
I
like
just stand awkwardly in the middle of the room.
as you notice the priest kind of takes his gaze towards you slightly. What is that odd noise, friend?
Watch.
Well, as much as I love crude humor, I could not watch.
Oh dear. It's the device known as a watch. It tells time.
Oh, I understand. I apologize for the confusion. Without my sight, my other senses are quite stronger.
No, I apologize.
Uh,
Oh.
if this guy had his sight, he would be either amazed or appalled to the
Anyway, Palor, I wouldn't mind hearing a little of your faith.
Well, of course, my child. Palor, he is not only the god of the sun, but he is the god of beauty, of pride, of life. He is amongst strongest of all the gods, loving and caring and protecting all of us from the horrors that reside within the darkness and shadows of our world. If it were not for Palor's light, to think the abominations that could crawl out from the worst crevices of this world.
Okay,
oh god,
let's go.
he's a fanatic.
He's the
You should have
priest.
known
Why
this.
wouldn't he? He's a
All right, let's go.
priest.
I just wanted. Anyway. Sure.
Will you enjoy the rest of your day? And remember, Palor's light guides you for.
Slamming the door
Oh
halfway
god! Imagine if an atheist comes into that room, like someone that's like really pissed off with their religion and stuff. I can just imagine the guy saying, "I'll shove my foot up your ass where the sun don't shine," or where Palor don't shine.
shines everywhere.
And then him trying to shove his foot up the guy's ass just for like a shining light to come out of
Why
his
did I
ass.
think that was?
Why am I thinking that?
Okay.
Uh,
Why did I think that was a good idea?
It was your choice, man. You decided to go to the sun god's church.
I didn't realize how much you would fanboy over the damn thing.
Not one can be so casual. All right. So, does the rest of the party go ahead and make their way to the tavern?
Yeah.
I'll
So
find
you
a
go ahead and
dark
speed-
corner at the tavern to pray in.
You can absolutely find a dark corner in the tavern.
Oh, thank God.
Whoa!
It's not a tavern for Palor.
You guys look like you had an interesting
I mean,
experience.
it's bad faith per se.
No, it's just annoying.
What is?
Fair enough.
Paylor and his fanatic inside.
Oh, you
Seriously,
mean?
the dude's blind, but
Do I know the pastor?
Personally,
Were you religious?
probably not. If you believe in the faith of Palor, then probably.
I think I may have stopped in there at one point.
mean, everyone's bound to it once or twice in their lives. It's a giant tower. If
And
nothing else, it's a pretty sight if you climb to the top.
he wasn't doing that. In fact, my character was asking for some guidance and advice at that point.
Whatever.
Um, I'm a bit.
I'll go prepare for bed. I only got a half night last night.
Yeah, I'm not much of a religious person myself.
Rooms yet? I think that topic.
Yep. Definitely have. Alright, let's go in.
Anyways,
Oi, who's
You
new?
who's at the who's running the bar?
You go ahead and enter the tavern, and it is a pretty decently sized place. As it turned off into these 4 different areas. The first hall that you come into is where most people are getting their bags set up with some bellhops and whatnot, as well as there's the front desk with a couple different people, a couple different elves, maybe even a Goliath. No, none of the Goliaths are doing paperwork. They're the bellhops. There's probably a
They're
gnome
just
or
the
two
bellhop.
that's checking people in. I mean, why would the Goliath not be the bellhop? Card takes all your luggage at
Yeah.
once.
I mean, if a Goliath could pick up 2 times their natural weight, then yeah, they would definitely be pretty good bellhops.
There'd be a little gnome woman.
Jesus Christ, murder! Jesus Christ, that was murder.
Eternity, why did you throw your microphone into a vacuum cleaner?
I was about to say, that sounded like some bloody murder for the microphone.
Oh no, okay.
Thank God, there's definitely one
that
here.
was
Hey, Eternity.
Any of you 2 on your list?
Hey, Eternity.
That was a
question.
D6 this time. That was close.
Yeah. Eternity, do you mind not breaking your circuitry right now?
all right. Everyone in real life takes 6 thunder damage thanks to Eternity.
I'm just dead.
I felt it.
Just on the floor. Dead. No save.
Anyways,
I mean, we lost the chance.
what is going on with Discord today?
Gods only know. All right, but there would be a. Oh, is Discord not cooperating?
No, it's cooperating.
Good, good, good.
I'm just listening in. I have one question. Am I at all familiar with this tavern?
I'm not sure if you would have stayed in this tavern, because most likely you had your own little family home. But the tavern's well known around town. It's the place to go if you're visiting the town, need a place to stay for the night, as well as it's one of the
No, I'm asking had I.
best little rest because they have a.
I'm asking the question: have I performed here before?
Probably.
I say, oh boy, she's probably gonna recognize me.
Somebody might. At the very least, the little gnome woman at the counter that notices you guys come in Welcome, welcome.
I sheepishly walk towards the counter,
You boys need a room for the night?
and I am visibly shaking as there's a gnome woman.
As she gives you a weird look. You seem pretty nervous there, buddy.
I I I don't do well.
What? We'd like a couple of rooms. We're gonna be staying the night. 6 people, sort of 3 rooms, or what would you say? 3 or 2 rooms? As I look to Alex.
I don't think I probably did stay here a few times. So would I remember how the room layout is?
If you had a house, there's no reason you would have stayed here.
No, I was asking. Like, if it was like an extremely late night, wouldn't I just stay the night at the place?
Why would you? What?
Never mind.
No, you could ask them the
How many beds are there? It's...
room layout. Oh, well, that depends on the kind of room you want. We do have rooms with 2 beds. We have rooms with large beds. Every room is fully furnished. That has all of the basic amenities: chairs, a lovely couch.
And the price?
For the single rooms, they are a single gold. Well, every room is a gold piece, unless you are wanting to pay extra for room meals in our personal corner of the tavern. It doesn't pay for the guest chefs.
We can manage with 2 rooms, I think.
Yep.
Whoa, when did you guys get here?
They've been
The
here.
whole time, haven't we?
Walked in.
They walked in with us.
I mean, his secretary was breaking whatever he has these days.
Do you have a short memory?
No, I saw them walk into the church while we walked towards here.
Not. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't go into the church. Why would I go into church?
He didn't. We just walked in.
Anyways. Yeah, that's fine. 2 rooms.
Just gold piece each. See, for tiny hands.
I hold that one for her and drop it.
I'll pug one down too.
All right. As she takes the coins and drops them into a little chest near her chair. As she pulls out a rather big book, slams it on the desk. And there's our opening. I just need at least your first names for the ledger.
Alex.
All right, and Alex. As she waits for everyone else's names.
Oh, right. Alex.
Okay.
Dude,
Yes,
if I was playing a different character, I'd totally answer Alex.
Do it anyway.
No.
I mean, you could.
I'm gonna put you guys in 2 different rooms just to avoid some confusion.
Understandable.
I mean,
That one's with me as I point to T10.
we don't even look the same. As I point to him and point myself.
As
Well, yes, but we don't
This
take like
guy's
pictures. So
me with Alex.
Okay. I just need your name first.
Oda.
Oh,
Or
right.
Uda.
And she. Is it Oda or Uda?
Uda.
Uda. Okay. She scribbles that into the ledger. Names, boys, names. You know this.
No, I don't. I already said
I don't
TN.
want him.
I'm gonna go up to her. I was like, me and my friend here, Kevin, would like to be in the same room. I'm just gonna write my name. I'm gonna tell her my name. It's Lorelei, Lorelei. Last name Ledah, Ledah. Thank you very so much. And I tip my top hat.
Oh, not a problem. Not a as you tip your top hat, she kind of, it's kind of like glitter for just a brief moment as she gets to look at your horns. Anyway, and you said your friend there was Kevin, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Pretty sure she said Kevin, but all right.
She was asking me to confirm if my friend was.
She was asking for information.
You really
She
have like
was-
half your ear open at all times, don't you, bud?
It's in one ear and out one the other.
Half?
hearing
I
it.
don't think it's.
I mean, if he wasn't paying any attention, he wouldn't hear his name. Maybe he has selective hearing for only the name.
I think he
Just
does.
Choose
With
a
that,
word to just tune back into.
with that, she closes up the ledger and pulls out a pair of keys and hands them to you. Hands them to you guys. Oh, all right, there you go. Or as she points straight down, your rooms are down that way, rooms 10 and 11. And if you head down that hall, as she points towards the right, that is where all the food and the entertainment is spending the evening. Keep in mind, once the moon hits the center of the sky, right around midnight, that is when everything closes down. So don't forget to get your meals before that.
Okay.
I grab the key, then head straight to the food.
I'll grab the other
Ah.
key.
And you boys enjoy your stay.
Okay,
As I
so
wave,
who's staying in whose room?
I'm staying with Kevin.
Okay.
Well, the Alexes have been separated, so that kind of cements it.
So
I'll be with these two since they owe me.
Yeah.
okay. And that means oh no.
Yes.
Or him. So then you'll go with the forest people.
Yay.
The Bard and the Forest people.
That
Yep.
actually I think that's actually a band name.
It is
Yeah, hey,
now.
Alex.
It's your new band. Get it started tonight.
Mr. Kibella, can you go ahead and give me a history check?
Sure. Nine.
All right. The last time you ever heard much about the Forest people, there are blood-hungry savages that eat people.
Yep. And I start to not physically sweat, but it's on the verge of actual physical sweat.
How is that? Okay.
How's physically
You're looking
possible?
paranoid.
In other words, I'm paranoid of these two. And I say, "Oh, place me in the rumors." As I whisper that to myself in Undercommon. as I go over to the section to where there is music, entertainment, and food.
In this little corner of the tavern, there is the main bar
Yep.
that is clearly set up. Everything they have their stacks of wine and drink and everything. But then you have various other little kind of booths set up by some travelers, traveling cooks, people from all over the place, as well as a couple different bands that like each sort of section of the hall, so they aren't like obnoxiously playing over each other.
Question.
Answer.
Open food.
Can you open one as long as you have cooking utensils and can find a place to set up your stuff?
Natural 20 investigation.
Holy crap.
I wasn't going to make you roll for it. I was just going to ask if that's what you want to do.
Yes.
You can find a little space to go ahead and set up your little cooking pots and everything.
I'm gonna make some money.
All right.
While that's happening, I'm gonna join in and play some music.
Sorry, how
And,
much do we owe you again?
All right. And we'll start with our cook. Go ahead and roll your cooking utensils.
20.
Wow, right. With that kind of effort, you go ahead. You start selling. The first person comes up and you sell. What do you want to be making? What are you cooking for people?
Alright. Let's see. Bacon wrapped weenies.
Bacon wrapped weenies. All right. A noblewoman comes over. It's like a noble elf comes over. It's like, yes, and you give her a bacon wrapped weenie on a plate, and she's like, I have never such thing. She takes a small bite out of it, and she's like, scarfs it down immediately. It's like, I will take 3 more of those. And her like loving the food. Dozens of people also come over. You end up making 20 gold that evening.
Jeez, dude.
But yeah, I'm gonna perform a little bit.
Yes, please roll your performance, my friend.
First of all, giving myself bardic inspiration.
You can't.
Oh wait, yeah, I
I
can't.
don't think you can give yourself.
You cannot.
I cannot do that
You
until a higher
cannot
level.
convince yourself that you're good.
It depends on what type of bar
That's true. That's true. All right, here we
you
go.
choose to. Only one.
Yeah.
17.
All right, with a 17, you manage to kind of join in with one of the other bands, adding a lovely tune to the mix. The band starts playing along with you, and the bands get extra tips through the night as people pay them for the entertainment. And as the night comes to a close, the band comes over. Hey, kid, you're pretty good.
Yeah.
Here, have a little bit. They'll go ahead and give you 17 silver pieces out of their tips.
17.
Yes, 17 silver.
All right. Well, would you believe me if I told you that I was mostly self-taught?
Oh, wow. Good job, man. You got natural talent.
Well, I've been doing this since
Yeah, you keep up the good. Hey, you ever looking for
a gig?
Well, if you're ever looking for a group to join up with, we travel around, we make decent enough money, so hey, you feel like ditching the whole solo act.
I'll think about it.
Man, he gives you a little punch to the shoulder. Yeah, good night, man.
Actually, you know what? That's not even very funny.
As I just kind of like rub my shoulder.
Then, with that, the evening comes to a close.
Doing my little prayer thing.
Is there anything in particular you are praying to?
Praying to.
You're a little prey to Paylor. Praise be Paylor. Hear my words. You son of a bitch. It's too fucking bright in your church. Tell him to turn off the goddamn candle.
Pretty much.
Tell him to lower the light frequency.
Yeah, pretty much on that front. But I was just gonna pray for a little help. Is that hey yo? I could use some of that boy points. Yeah, going on.
Good boy points.
I don't know.
Master, I was good boy.
Oh Lord, master of my powers. I've been a good boy thus far, have I not?
Oh, dude, I gotta make a dog warlock. That gives the power of good boy.
You get its power is fueled by
God. It's a warlock that can naturally cast Mage Hand, but the Mage Hand is controlled by their patron and they give him pet pets.
yes.
The power.
Why do I now have this mental image of like their patron just being like all wholesome with their like spells and stuff to their
God.
No, it's literally Satan, but this is his good hell.
Yeah. Okay.
You can't be mad at
It's the goose boy is what it is.
Boy, the good boy. Go rip out the hearts of Daddy's enemies. They're a good boy.
Or like
Who's
Cypress.
Who's gonna torment the innocent today?
Oh God.
Yes, good as boy.
How would you pet Cypress though?
If you go off of the game Hades, you only pet one of their heads because one always likes to sleep and the other one does not like to be pet. Moving on
You
to
don't
this
have the
game,
dilemma
though.
of 3 heads but 2 hands.
You know, the game we're here to play.
Anyways, moving back onto track.
No. We haven't fully explored Spot the Good Boy yet.
So you want to pray for help?
Yes, effectively.
All right, go ahead and give me.
Already
You already did.
17.
I saw Lorelai's thing. I thought this from earlier. All right, with a 17, with a 17, where are you doing your religion check?
Some dark corner that I can find in the room.
In the room you're staying, or
The
like
room
out?
I'm staying, I don't need people walking up halfway just going, hey, what are you doing?
What are you doing creeping in the corner here, you
I want
freak?
to pray to the god of time to be left the fuck alone.
Pray to Buckhead and Theed.
What?
Just as like a general thing that I just do occasionally. Nothing really specific. It's just like, yeah, druids, life and nature and shit.
I would certainly say you don't pray to Theed, though you would definitely pray to Bucket.
Okay, why wouldn't I pray to Theed, the god of life?
Because you're from the warrior group.
You're a warrior.
Would I? Oh, okay, so would it be Bucket and Teradus?
No, it would be Beckett for Ninyu. More than the gods would probably just worship nature spirits in general.
Eh.
And the only reason you would even consider the god Beckett is because he is a god of nature.
Neat. Too bad there isn't a god of luck.
No, there's not. Although he is also the god of trickery, so.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Bucket? Bucket's the god of trickery?
He's not the god, he is a god. One of his domains is also trickery. More in the sense of being clever.
Like, I just like, oh, you know, nature and shit is also, and all that is
I mean, that's a pretty
trickery
fey
and
thing to
pranking
be.
and shit.
It's a pretty fey thing.
It's like, I love them pranks, you know.
Yeah.
But
Just turn into a snake and
Mr.
crawl up someone's leg. Hilarious.
Mr. Ingrid, you would
Yes.
get a knock on your hotel door.
Who is it? Okay, at this point, I'm getting up and walking over and opening up.
You would get there, and as you open up, you would see no one there, but there's a tray of food sitting in front of the door with a little note on it.
Pick up the food, bring it in, and read the note first.
As you look at the note, first thing catches your eye, a little wax seal a little burnt seal at the bottom of it. That is the symbol of the Lost Tavern. That's upon you, brother.
Brother.
Brother. I got really sick of this weird, vague BS. Put the note down, start eating the food.
It is a very delicious plate of food.
Yep.
Wait, that brings me a question. Where are you in all this?
Hmm?
T10 doesn't usually leave his side, so where
I'm
are
in
you?
the room, just kind of watching.
Oh no, I forgot you're in the room. You want some?
I already ate. Did you order room service? I thought you cared a lot about money. Doesn't that usually cost extra?
Look, at this point, I'm not going to question, because if I do, that's just going to bring all the wrong answers I don't want. Trust me, I didn't order this, and this costs nothing, so...
Alright. I just go lay on the floor. Is Uda in the room too? It's our 3 room.
Uda would have spent the evening at the selling his food, so he would not get there until later. But with that, we shall call it a night.
All right.
Alright.
Okay.
Just not a super eventful session, but making progress.
Hey, sometimes
Hey, the
just
world isn't ending every 5 minutes, so I'm happy.
hey, at least the world's not ending. So yeah. I,
Okay.
I have to. I have to
already
agree.
made that joke.
I have to agree with JD on this.
I've already made the joke. You can't just repeat it and expect that to work.
Now you understand how I feel.
Shut up.
Anyway.
Look, I'm already risking myself getting brain aneurysm as it is while at work listening to you guys.
Hey, that's your own frustration. It's not our fault.
We were not legally required to
Viz,
give
you're
you.
the ones that
Hey,
don't.
maybe, hey, maybe they should weaponize us for war then.
Okay.
Give the enemy
It
brain
doesn't work. Then
aneurysms.
It doesn't
we'd have to
work.
convince the enemy to play Dungeons and Dragons with us, though.
Fair
No,
enough.
we don't. We just have to do. We just have to put a live stream on.
Yeah, effectively.
Yeah.
It's not everything that the other men are saying. Oh my god!
God, might be frustrating.
Yeah,
Alright.
definitely.
Alright.
Off.
Why are those my
I'm gonna head
default
off as
responses
well.
now? No idea.
Good night, y'all.
Good
Have a
night.
Good
good night.
night.
Alright, not a very eventful session, but our party seems to be on the right track. What shall happen next? Only time can tell. Until then, I'll see y'all mates next time.